Omo, e touch everybody. As this country be now, nobody go tell me say they go through one or two things. Nobody no go tell me that one no go gree. Like everybody, nobody is exception. Everybody they suffer like this. Share this video till they get your president. He needs to hear this.
No legacy is so rich as honesty, and truth will always set you free, even though it will first make you miserable. Who will tell Tinubu the truth? That since last year, when the Supreme Court approved of him to stand on his mandate, prices of food, services, medicals, and various consumables have refused to stand on that same mandate with him. Inflation has gone at 50%, and exchange rate as the parallel market has gone up as more as 100%, as also our eternal debt is rising, and lending rates have gone far beyond the borrower. Prices of fuel and diesel have doubled, as electricity prices have gone far more than 500%. Tomatoes has moved from 250 naira to 2,500 naira, as garri climbed an all-time high from 800 naira to 2,000 to 2,200 naira, while frozen fish moved from 700 naira to 3,000 naira and still moving, as rice, milk, beans, sardine, and other minor foods now are strictly food for the rich. So telling Tinubu that the naira has also refused to stand with him in one place against the dollar is like shouting APC. Who will tell Tinubu that he requires much more than a Milokon? It is my turn to govern a country like Nigeria. Who will also tell him that we can no longer tell if we're actually fighting corruption, or is it that corruption is fighting us and has held us hostage? How about insecurity? That's why no one they talk about it, because it has now been turned to a ping pong. As every day you hear that our gallant military men have eliminated scores of bandits and Boko Haram. Yet the very next day, even in Abuja, you hear that bandits have ransacked an entire community and kidnapped hundreds of school children or villagers. So who the heck are we really fighting? But while we salute the effort of our military men, make we also tell them, say this is security thing, don't they look like business for our IO? How about our educational system? That one has become the butt of jokes, as parents are not only now sending their kids to America, Canada, and Europe, some are even going to fetch PhD from grammar school and non-existent universities in neighboring countries like Benin Republic. How about the priests, the bishops, pastors, whom after election ask citizens to bear with government and allow time for things to improve? We are told that they have jackpot to London for medicals, with our medical doctors and nurses already on the run too, since our health system is almost non-existent. Even as the clergies who left for America before the NSAS are now chasing their dream, they have been at the dreams, they chase them, and we are not calling anybody name. Even the peace of our airlines is now being destroyed by rescheduling and cancellation of flights due to shortage of aviation fuel. As the airline that used to boom because of their timely departure is also now bringing doom to businessmen whose flights are delayed or cancelled and business opportunities missed these days, despite the fact that there are no roads to anywhere in the country. So we must tell President Tinubu that while the judiciary is complaining about remuneration and welfare, but every opportunity to appoint judges is allegedly hijacked by former and serving members, including politicians, as they populate the bench with family members. But really, I want to ask, if the judiciary is not lucrative, why are politicians and former judges and the current one hustling to replace themselves with their children in the bench and spouses? Well, I'll leave you to answer that. Please don't forget to help me tell Tinubu, President Tinubu, that as his ministers are giving scorecard, I dare say a lot of them are missing on the radar, and they have nothing to show. He know them, I don't even want to mention name. Even as the legislatures also have nothing to show for 1 year in office, but budget padding and change of national anthem. But who will tell President Tinubu that we can change the national anthem to the old ones? If we can change the national anthem to the old ones, we can also change government official vehicles from this current one to the old 504 Pojo, or change to the old fuel price and old foodstuffs, and even change to the old exchange rate. Please also tell him that our problem is not old or new national anthem, as companies are leaving Nigerians in Nigeria in drove due to hardship and policies inconsistencies, and a lot of people are turning to beggar in their own country by the day as a result of hardship. If I mention subsidy is gone, someone will say was never sustainable. But it was sustainable to put more money in the hands of our emperor our governors. It is also sustainable to subsidize the exorbitant lifestyle of members of National Assembly, our presidents, our glutonic politicians, and their families and cronies. It is also sustainable to still inflate cultural prices and share palliative that never get to those that is actually meant for. I beg, you also tell me it is sustainable to tell previous government to allow the poor breed, while the same poor is being suffocated by poverty and slaughtered by insecurity under President Tinubu's government. Anyway, everything in Nigeria is sustainable, provided it is not for the benefit of the poor. So I will therefore advocate, the earlier the president handlers begin to tell him the truth, the better for him, his team, and the country. Instead of telling us that the president is putting policies in place that will guarantee ease of doing business and affordable living, while in actual sense, there's nothing on ground to point to the fact that we will soon be out of the wood or even be self-sufficient in agriculture. Since nobody is telling you, President Tinubu, I want to tell you today that the hardship is worse than you can think of or imagine. And remember, you once told us that for Nigeria to be great again, we must vote out PDP. But today, the so-called locust years of PDP is now looking like golden years to Nigerians. And some of them are even saying, bring back PDP. If something drastic is not done, a little spark in our polity, because they're already on strike again now, a little spark might just inflame the entire country worse than the EndSARS. Please cut down on the list of ministers, employ technology to protect our pipeline, change those at the helm of affairs in NNPC, cut down cost of governance, and plow the funds into critical sectors like food and infrastructure. Just do something now and fast. Otherwise, no say I don't tell you. Well, make I stop here before the situation go increase my already increased blood pressure. But feel free to share and join your voices with us on all our comment sections shown on your screen so that President Tinubu can hear the truth directly from us. And finally, Mr. President, as you celebrate 1 year in office, anyone who tells you that you are doing well or telling you, is not your friend but your enemy. See you next week.